Hi, this is Gary Goodwin, founder of The Stuck Creative, and welcome. Today we're going to look at the realities of how frequently we should be working if we want to get our projects started and if we want to get our projects done. Clearly there's power from working daily. If we're honest and if we check around, constant steady work has the power we are seeking. But what is steady work? Well, we can answer that for ourselves by working through the following questions. Would working once a month get your project done? Would working only twice a month get you to where you want to go? Even better would be to work a little bit, and the emphasis is a little bit, each and every day. And there's a lot of benefits for that, which I'll go through in just a minute or two. And just pausing for a moment, I know what you're thinking, this is not going to be possible. Well, trust me, it is possible, and we're going to go through some steps on how to find that time. Here are the top 3 secrets or objectives for getting work done every day. First one is work short. The only way to get what reality requires, which is consistent work, we should look at what are our assumptions about daily work. And when we look at them, I think we're in for some surprises. First of all, the common notion is we can see ourselves working hours at a time on a project. That's great, but for most of us, we can't do that. We don't have hours each and every day to work on our project. The next vision that we have is if we did daily work, we'd have to shove all sorts of other things out of our life, so we would have hours available to work. Well, what happens if we don't have to have hours? What happens if we shift that? Then our assumptions change, and then what seemed to be impossible before will become possible. Let's set a more realistic goal. Let's say we're setting the target of everyday work of about 10, 15, 20, or 25 minutes, or 30 minutes. That's our target. Now, certainly the possibilities, the probabilities greatly increase for us of finding 10, 15, 20, 25, or 30 minutes each day to do our work. The possibilities of actually being able to do that becomes a very strong likelihood. Probably 97% of us can find that amount of time per day. And I know many of you have special interest, say visual artists, jewelry makers, and others who require a whole setup that takes a fair amount of time. You're going to have to look a little deeper, look a little harder to see what you can do on a daily basis that gets you closer to finishing your project. Maybe it's sketching something out, maybe it's planning, maybe it's thinking things through until you do have a larger block of time. But it's a constant, it's a consistent focus on your project each and every day in some manner. Secret number 2, what is really freeing is finding a way to be able to work on your project in more places than right now that you're envisioning. Many of us envision just one place as being a place where we can do our work. Bend that flexibility, look around, and see if there's more places where you're going to find yourself as you go about your typical day where you can work. For writers, that's easy. You can write on the bus, write in the airport, write in coffee shops, write at lunchtime. And again, I know there's many fields, creative fields, that have limitations on this, but be creative about your creative field and see what you can do on the road as you move around. You may not have to do that, but the more options as far as locations, the more likelihood you're going to be able to do this consistent daily work to gather the power of daily work. Daily work gets its power from a variety of sources. First of all, it keeps us close to our project. It's so easy to work on a project one day and put it away, and weeks will go by, and then we have to remember, what did we do last, and why are we doing it this way, and what's coming next? When we work daily, we're thinking about this thing daily, and we keep close to our project, sort of, circling around it. It helps us keep focused. working daily also sort of magnetizes us. It keeps us alert for opportunities, for insights, for new ways of doing stuff. If we're working on a project every day, we're thinking about it both consciously and unconsciously, and surprising things will happen. We'll start to see new connections, new opportunities are going to pop up, and we're going to be ready to be able to grab them. Working every day makes us stronger, it makes us more flexible, it develops more skills, quickly versus working just a couple times a month. We learn how to work under all sorts of conditions and also all sorts of moods, because we're trying to work daily. We know the mood storms and ups and downs will come, but there'll be a consistency to our consistency of working regardless of environmental conditions around us and regardless of our inner weather as well. So there's real power to that. Now, if we keep at this long enough, it will become a habit. And habits, as we all know, are powerful. They take time to get started, but once they get started, they take care of themselves. They start to run. They're automatic. They're like robots that we've set in place saying, this is what we want to do. Get us there. You take care of it so I don't have to think about it. And it runs in the background. So before long, we're going to find ourselves drawn to our work, sitting down to our work, or wherever we do our work, and we're just doing it. We just show up. We just get there. And suddenly it's become a habit, and it's pulling us forward. That's it for this portion of How to Work Daily. To continue on, go to the next part, which is called the Daily Appointment. There you're going to learn how to set up your appointment in a way that increases the likelihood and the ease for you to go ahead to get to that appointment and to get through it. And lastly, for more resources about getting unstuck and getting started and moving forward, please come on over to my blog site called thestuckcreative.com. There you're going to find additional tips, you're going to find links to other recordings and related materials, and also links to recommended resources. So I'll see you over at thestuckcreative.com.